Milam is standing back at about his own 9-yard line to return this kick, and let's hope the Tornadoes get some good field position for the offensive team to come out and work as we start this Central State 8 Conference game on News Talk Radio 1410 WTIM in Taylorville. There's the kick. It's a good high end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded at about the 6. Return to the 10. And reversing his field, looking for somewhere to go, and Milam is going to be swung under back at about the 12-yard line.
Oh, very, very bad kick return that time. Tried to go to the side, then he tried to change his mind, go back, and right off the bat, we're in bad field position to start off.
So let's see what Jeb Odom and company can do with it as he brings the ball up, and he'll be behind center Matt Hart. At the guards will have Tad McCullough and Troy Helton. O.J. Cole and Don Spears anchor the tackle positions. Tight end will be Mike Flynn. In the backfield, of course, we're going to have Matt Repser, who's going to be a lone setback right now as we have a flanker in the slot to the right. We're going to throw on first down, looking for the slot man, Joe Norris. A little bit too high, incomplete out in the right flat. A little surprising to me, Don. I don't know to you to come out throwing from your own 12-yard line on first down.
Well, I think that's probably part of our game plan is to pass on first down, you know, so they don't get a key. And, of course, it was out there pretty good. He didn't quite pull it in.
Milam will be split to the near side. Kamadi is flanked far to the right side. They keep 2 backs in the backfield, and we've got a whistle to kill the play right at the snap of the ball. Must either be a procedure penalty against the Tornadoes or an encroachment by Lanphier. Let's see what the call is.
It's against Taylorville.
It's a dead ball penalty, so it will be stepped offside against Taylorville. We'll take them back to about the 7-yard line, where it's going to be second down now and 15. So Tornadoes in a hole here early as we're just underway. Looking at a second down play now facing the Tornadoes. Again, 2 setbacks in the backfield behind Odom. He drops straight back into his own end zone. Oh, it's intercepted. Return for a touchdown to the 10-yard line. Not a good choice by Jeb Odom. And boy, it was obvious from up here. Jerry Miller playing the corner. Read it all the way, Don. And let me tell you, I saw it coming from here.
Yeah, you could really see it coming. And the worst thing that has happened to us, and that's to give them that easy touchdown. Very poor field positions.
Very easy touchdown.
Because, you know, last year they got 3 quick touchdowns on us, and then the rest of the game we played pretty even. So, you know, we're going to have to really suck it up now. We've had a couple of bad things happen to us. Now we have to make some good things go for us.
Here comes the attempt for the conversion. And the kicker is Eric Louie, left-footed kicker, puts it up. It's good, and Lanphier with 11:24 still to play in the first quarter leads at 7-0. We'll be back with the Taylorville kickoff right after this. Well, we're back with you once again after 36 seconds of play in the game. Lanphier leads Taylorville 7-0, and once again Louie to kick it off from our left, and Chad Milam standing to our right back at about his own 6-yard line to return this kick. And again, it's a good high end-over-end kick that's going to be fielded right at the 6-yard line. To the 10, the 15, up the middle to the 20, hit at about the 22 and driven down. But at least it's about 10 yards more than what we got last time, Don.
It's not the best position, but at least it's a lot better than the 12. I think we're going to have to establish a running attack where we can actually throw the way we'd like to throw. So,
well, what we have to do right now, Don, is just forget that first 36 seconds, pretend that the game's starting all over right here, and we'll
go with it.
Go from that. Milam comes to the near side. In the slot to the right goes Norris. Kamadi flanked wide to the right. We're going to pass again, looking over the middle, and he's got his man enough for a first down, and that's Flynn coming from the tight end position right across the middle from right to left. Picks up about 12, gets it out to about the 33-yard line, first and 10, but believe me, Odom was under a lot of pressure when he released that ball.
That's right. And like I said, I think before we're going to get the time to pass it like we would like to, I think we're going to have to do something with the run. So let's see what we do here on second down. No, first down.
First down. First and 10 from our own 33-yard line. In motion from left to right goes Casey Reed. Now he's just changing positions from tight end from the left over to the right side. Here's a screen pass. There's a big rush. Out into the right flat. He's got a screen in front of him. It's complete. Up near midfield and down, and I believe it's going to be Norris on the receiving end.
Number 32.
No, it's Repser.
Repser with a nice play.
Repser on the receiving end, and that is about enough for a first down. Let's see where they mark it. It is. Another Taylorville first down at about the 44-yard line. First and 10, and Don, that's a good sign. We didn't let that opening interception return for a touchdown get us down. We come right back out and go to our game plan, which apparently has to be established the pass first.
Pass first and then the run.
We're in the I formation this time, and now we shift out of it to the two setbacks. And we give it straight ahead to Norris. Norris has got running room at the 50, at the 45. He slips and goes down at the 40 just as he tried to cut. Joe Norris slips down, but a pickup on the play of maybe 17 yards for Joe Norris. Did I hear Robert Burns just say, I believe this team might be for real?
Well, I believe that's what he said, and we're real happy to see what we're doing here after that opening score for Lanphier.
Taylorville's got it first and 10 right on the Lanphier 40-yard line. Flanker left end, split to the right. Now the tight end switches over to the right side. Offset eye in the backfield behind Jeb Odom. He calls the snap, runs the option, pitches back to Norris. He fumbles the ball, and Lanphier covers it at the 44. Well, two mistakes here in the first 2 minutes and 1 second of the game. And Taylorville has turned it over again, this time killing what looked to be a very promising drive for the Tornadoes.
Well, we're trying to run the option play, and everybody was covered on that. We had no option, and a bad decision by the quarterback. And you know, what can you say? When you run the option, you're going to have some fumbles.
So Corey Erickson brings his team out for their first offensive play, even though they lead 7-0 here in the early going. Two setbacks behind Erickson. End is wide to the left, flanker to the near side. As Erickson calls the signals, gives it straight ahead. And the running back is stood up after about a yard gain as all. Randy Sanderfield out of the fullback position carrying the ball. Pick up on the play of, well, they're going to give him about 2 yards or so, 2.5 yards on the carry. Call it second down along 7 to go. Lanphier leading 7-0 in the early going. Returning an interception, just 10 yards for a touchdown. And now forcing a fumble to set them up in pretty good field position for their first offensive possession. Two receivers go wide to the left side. In split to the farthest point in the slot. And now a man in motion coming back to the near side. Erickson drops back to pass. He's forced out of the pocket, runs it upfield. We've got a flag down as Erickson is dragged down by Troy Helton as he got across the 50 into Taylorville territory at the 48. The flag is down where you would think it's going to be a hold, Don.
Yeah, it looks like a hold against Lanphier, and that'll give us real good field position because I think they take that from the point of the foul, and that's a good 10, 12 yards behind where the ball is.
Oh, yeah, it's back at the 42s where the flag's laying. So that should mark it off from that spot. They talk it over at Troy Helton, and that's not too much of a decision for Troy to have to make here. But you can see how dangerous Corey Erickson is when he gets out of that pocket.
You better bet he is. He looks like a real fine football player. He's played 4 years. He started as a freshman, so, you know, he's a very experienced football player.
Takes them all the way back to the 32-yard line. It's going to be second down. And instead of 7, it's going to be a bunch. It's about 24. 8:45 to play in the opening quarter. 7-0. Lanphier leads it. And flank to the near side. Flanker to the left. Straight back to pass. Looking deep down the middle. He's got a man down there, but it's over his head. Shea Walker was back on the coverage and had pretty good position, really, on the intended receiver, who was Dorian Wright. Number 22, guarding number 22 right then, Don.
That's right.
Shea Walker was right there.
Yeah, I think they've tried a little bit of a mismatch there because Shea's a pretty short fella. Number 22 for them looks, I don't know, he's not real tall, but, you know, he's taller than Shea. And the thing was, the ball was just a little bit overthrown, and Shea did have pretty good position that time.
But you can see that Erickson has a good arm, so he's
you better bet he does.
Multiple threat quarterback. Third down. Still 24 to go for a first down. Tornado defense needs a hold here and force a punt, give our offense a chance once again. Here's a draw play. Oh, read beautifully. Who stepped into the hole? That's Troy Helton again.
Well, got him right there. Nothing at all.
Loss on the play of about 4 yards, as a matter of fact, on a draw. Troy Helton just filled the hole beautifully and decked the ball carrier, Andre Williams. So now Now, Taylorville should have pretty good field position. Joe Norris goes back deep to return this punt. Let's hope he gets enough room to work to return this, because he is exciting to watch when he gets the ball in the open field. He's standing at about his own 30. The snap is low. The kick is a pretty good one. It's going to hit at about the 35, bounces straight up in the air. It's going to be down. Oh, that was at the 40-yard line. Down at about the 39, and that's where Taylorville will take over. First down and 10, trailing 7-0. But good field position following that good defensive stand, which, of course, was helped by the holding penalty, Don.
That's right, and, of course, we've made two mistakes, one being the interception for the touchdown, and, of course, the fumble. So we've made two mistakes, yet we're still in there pretty tough at this point.
You might as well just look at it as like we spotted them with 7
score.
Ball's at the 45 of Taylorville, second down and 5 facing the Tornadoes. On a quick count, they give it to Repsher. He's got a first down. He's into Lanphier territory, down to about the 43-yard line. Repsher just burst up the middle, good for 12, maybe 13-yard carry.
Love that kind of football. Just run at them. Quick hitters in there. They've got big defensive linemen. They can't move that quick. We're hitting in there and doing a great job on blocking.
So first and 10, Taylorville at the 42-yard line of Lanphier. We're down to 7 minutes to play, first quarter. It's a 7-0 Lanphier lead. Again, there's the fake dive. Now the pitch back. Now we've got a flag down. Trying to make the corner was Norris. He slips and goes down.
Looks like a Taylorville penalty.
Probably a hold against Taylorville this time, but no, it's an illegal procedure.
Yeah.
This one could be declined because there was no gain on the play. And they may decide to take the down instead of the yardage. Let's see. But the preliminary signal was illegal procedure against the Tornadoes. Looks like a loss of about a yard on the play if they refuse the penalty. And they do.
They do refuse it.
They're going to refuse the penalty.
It looks like to me, Terry, that what they're doing, they're defending the outside play, and so far they haven't done much with the play from tackle to tackle. So you got to keep going to the outside, but right now it looks like our best bet as far as running the ball would be, inside our tackles there, at least from our tackles to the other tackle. We're doing a good job blocking in there.
I don't know what's taking so long now, because I saw the captain for the defense of Lanphier shake the penalty off, but the official's still taking a lot of time to talk to him.
Well, they decided to trying to figure out whether they're going to take it or not. I think we're just going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, they're going to mark it off now.
First down.
I really don't understand, what went on there, but it seemed like the official talked him out of declining the penalty, but still first down now and 15 for the Tornadoes.
Well, looks like there's more than 15 there.
Well,
look at that. Looks like about 7-yard penalty on it.
Apparently they marked that from the spot of the foul.
Must have. I don't understand that at all. Don't understand it.
Taylorville goes with the lone setback. Repsher's the only man in the backfield behind Jeb Odom, and again we've got a whistle just as the play gets underway.
Who's it on?
Well, I don't think it's on anybody. I think the official has called an official timeout, possibly for an equipment problem. Well, I can't believe he did that.
That's a weird play.
Yeah, we've got people in the press box asking about the penalty, why it was 7 yards. Now they are going to move the ball up.
That's what the problem is. They moved it back to a 5-yard penalty. Well,
have you got that one figured out, Robert? So now they stopped the play just so the official could respot the ball and actually make it a 15-yard penalty. I was going to say I didn't think illegal procedures were marked from the spot of a foul.
No, I didn't either.
First and 15, Tornadoes out at about the 47-yard line now of Lanphier. Back to pass, straight drop back. He's got some time, rolls a little bit right, looks down the field. He's got Milam. Milam takes it down to the 35-yard line, and he's going to be about 3 yards short of a first down, so we're going to be looking at a second down. Well, they get him inside the 35 at about the 34. Only going to need about 2 for a first down. So that was about a 13-yard pickup on that pass play from Odom to Milam. Commodity to the near side. Milam flanked wide to the right. The back shift out of the eye into the 2 setback position. The give over the right side, I believe, was Norris.
For about 3.
Enough for the first down. And the Tornadoes get the first down at about the 31-yard line. Nose of the ball just inside Lanphier's 31. With 5:36 left to play in the first quarter. Taylorville trails Lanphier 7-0. Taylorville quickly up over the ball, ready to get this next snap underway. Tornadoes start in the I formation behind Odom. Now they'll shift out. Repture comes left. Norris to the right side. The give to Norris, trying to sweep. He cuts inside, a block by Repture. Still on his feet as he got inside the 30, but he's driven back from about the 29-yard line. It's really going to mark his forward progress. A pickup of just a couple on the play. Nice cut. It looked like for a moment Norris might have a little bit of room, but Lanphier filled it nicely. Stops Norris for about a 2-yard pickup. Second down and 8. Casey Reese brings the play in from the sideline for the Tornadoes. For the second drive, have something going if they can just keep it alive here. We go back to just one setback. Man in the slot to the right side. Repture shifts over directly behind Odom. Back to pass. He's got time over the middle. Nearly picked off as it was bounced around about 3 times by 2 Lanphier players.
Looked like we had someone in the wrong pass pattern. We had 2 of our people only about 2 or 3 yards apart, so I don't think we have too many plays that call for our offensive receivers to be at the same spot practically at the same time. Some sort of mistake there.
It's a 3rd down and 8, but I would have to say that Taylorville's in 4-down territory, Don. They're too far for a field goal, but too close for a punt. So we've still got 2 downs to pick up those 8 yards. Again, just a single setback. Norris is in the slot to the near side this time. Back to pass. Oh, they try to throw a screen, and that one was almost picked off by a defensive tackle. Jim Robinson at 6'3", reached up and nearly pulled that pass out of the air. And Jeb Odom is not very sharp in the early going here tonight, as he was picked off once for a touchdown, has had 2 more nearly intercepted. So now it's 4th and 8. We were trying to set up a screen to the middle. The Tornadoes need to get at least 8 on this pass play, or they'll turn it over on downs. Odom makes the snap, rolls right, looks into the flat. He's got him in there. Did he catch it? He did. A first down. Down near the 15 or 17-yard line. It's hard to tell from this angle exactly where they've spotted him, but it was more than enough for a first down. About 11 or 12-yard pickup.
Who was that caught the ball? Milam?
I believe it was Milam.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It looks like it's about the 13 from here.
Big play.
Whoops, wait a minute. I'm on the wrong yard stripe. That's a 17-yard line of Lanphier. First down and 10, Taylorville. Milam is wide to the left. We've got a man in the slot. That's Kamadi. Out of that offset eye, now we're going to give it up the middle. That's going to be Repture. Repture's going to be near the 15-yard line. Pick up of a couple on the play.
A little short trap that time, and there just wasn't any hole to run into, except for the 2 yards, and then he just ran into a pile.
Picked up about 2, maybe 2.5 yards. Second down, we'll call it 8. Under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Taylorville trails Lanphier 7-0. Kamadi goes wide to the right. Milam comes to the near side. The backs are split behind Odom. Hart to center with the snap. Quick pitch right. There goes Norris over the right tackle, and Joe Norris struggles forward for about maybe a 5-yard pickup. They're going to mark him down around the 11-yard line. We're looking at about a 3rd and 4 probably.
I like that a lot better, getting to the outside with a quick pitch, because the option, they really had that covered. So that was a nice quick pitch. We got out there quickly and picked up about 3 or 4 good yards that time.
3rd and about 4 facing the Tornadoes. Milam right, Kamadi to the near side. Again, the 2 setbacks. They're showing blitz up front, Don. A lot of people up near the line of scrimmage. Little play action pass. He's got a man wide open, and he slips down, but he's got the first down. Is that Norris?
He could have had a touchdown awful easy that time, but he just slipped down.
Matt Repture was on the receiving end of it. Matt Repture got the first down, but like Don said, as he started to turn upfield, his feet went out from under him, but he's got us the first down, 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. So the Tornadoes are threatening here with 2:53 to play in the first quarter.
About on the 4, Terry.
1st and goal from the 4 of Lanphier. Straight ahead goes Odom. He takes a pretty good shot after he picks up maybe 2. Going to be 2nd and goal.
On a quick count that time. Not too bad. Yeah, you're about right. Maybe 1.5 yards, 2 yards. We're within 2 yards of the goal.
Second down and goal for the Tornadoes.
Got to get this one in. This is very important.
Just 2.5, 3 yards out. Oh, we moved on the line.
Yeah, Donnie moved at his right tackle spot quite.
I believe it was O.J.
That
Cole.
O.J.? Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Donnie, but O.J. didn't have the right count number.
It's going to cost us 5, but you know, all the times in the pros, they just say that gives the receivers a little more room to work when you get a penalty like that down near the goal line.
Yeah, that hurts, though. You hate to give up any yardage down there.
But I'll tell you what, Lanphier's thinking pass, because they just brought Corey Erickson back into the lineup, and they took out Chad Ludwig, who's a 5'9", 287-pound defensive guard. I guess they call them tackles.
Yeah, you call them tackles today. Used to be guards a few years ago.
So they're expecting pass. On second and goal, now back out at about the 7-yard line. Odom runs the option, keeps it himself, now pitches it back to Norris, and he's driven out of bounds.
Good defensive play that time by Lanphier. They just took about everybody, and whatever they've been doing this week, they've been working on stopping the option.
Right about at the 5, maybe back at the original line of scrimmage. No, now they're going to put him back at the 5. So it's third down, goal to go for Taylorville from the Lanphier 5-yard line.
All depends on what we do here, but this might be an opportunity to kick a field goal if we still have it at the 5 at the end of this play.
Man in motion now from the slot on the right to the left goes Norris, rolling to the near side. Looking to pass is Odom. He slips and he's sacked at the 10. And Don, I think you're right. This is a good spot to kick the field goal, and let's see if that's what we decide to do. 3 players come in. I believe it is. Mike Flynn is going to have a chance to kick a field goal, and he'll have the ball spotted. He goes 7 yards from the line of scrimmage. It'll mark it at the 17. Would be a 27-yard field goal. And it's important, I think, for the Tornadoes just to come away with points.
Oh, yeah, this is important. We need to get some points here.
Because really, if we get that, we win the first quarter 3-0 in their minds. Here's the kick. Plenty of foot. If it's good, it is. Taylorville is on the board at 1:04 of the first quarter. It's now Lanphier 7, Taylorville 3. We'll be back with the Taylorville kickoff right after this. Back ready for the Taylorville kickoff now, following that 27-yard field goal by Flynn to make it 7-3. Flynn's kick is going to roll back to about the 10, returned up the middle of the 15 to the 20, to the 25. He slipped the tackle, still on his feet, and struggles forward to about the 35-yard line.
Fumbled the ball and then picked it up, yeah.
It must have bounced straight back up
to him. It did. He fumbled it, and it came right back to him, and he just about broke the whole thing there.
I thought I saw the ball drop, but then he kept going forward, and I thought, well, apparently I was seeing things. But
yeah, he dropped her, and then he got her right back.
So Erickson brings his team back out. Under a minute to go in the quarter. 7-3 now as Taylorville has closed the gap to just 4. Erickson will call the signals. Puts a flanker to the near side, to the end to split to the near side, flanker to the far side. The backs are split behind him. First down play. Oh, and he is swarmed under. Corey Erickson is just annihilated by Casey Reeves.
I think he might have been trying to set up a play-action pass that time. A cross buck, 2 backs crossed, and then it looked like he was going on back to maybe set up, but he never had a chance to do anything.
No chance at all. A loss of about 5 on the play, back to about the 31-yard line. And that is going to be the last play of the first quarter as Erickson will let the clock run out at the end of 1. It's Lanphier 7, Taylorville 3. We'll be back right after this.
Ultimate prescription sunglasses just in time for summer and up to $30 off at Central Illinois. All of our customers for letting me serve you during my past 4 years with personal finance. The biggest thing I have to offer is my service to our customers. I take my job very seriously. Please give me a call at 824-7201 or stop by 107 East Bidwell in the Grand Plaza Shopping Center. That's Personal Finance Company, helping today for your tomorrow.
Well, at the end of 1 quarter, it's now 7-3. The Tornadoes have cut into that Lanphier lead after that, what we're terming a cheap touchdown. But, I mean, you got to give the defense credit when they intercepted and returned it, even though it was only 10 yards.
Yeah, well, what really hurt us there was we only returned the kickoff to the 12, and that put us in a hole from the word go, and then it was 3rd and long.
Well, we had a penalty in there.
Had a penalty in there, too, so That gave them 7 points, and from that point on, we have played real good football.
Yeah, we've had 2 good drives. One of them stopped by another one of our miscues, a fumble. But then when we got it back the next time, we move it down the field and come away with 3 points. But again, we hurt ourselves, with the penalty. And then, of course, a quarterback sack, which backed us away from any chance of going for the touchdown on 4th down, and we took the field goal instead. So Erickson now looking at a 2nd and 15. Drops back to pass. Looks out into the flat. The pass was a little bit behind his man, but a nice reception as he reached back to bring it in. Nick Pickett.
I picked up about 4 or 5 yards there. It's 3rd and 9, so this is another big down. Every down that we can hold them is a big one. You just feel like, Terry, that this offense of Lanphier could break open at any time. So, yeah, they've got the speed and the quickness to do it. Of course, we're not too slow ourselves.
I'm a little bit surprised that they're trying to pass as much as they have already in this ball game. They haven't had that much success so far this year. 5 out of 22 coming in as Erickson.
I don't think they have much confidence in their offensive line.
They've got 2 receivers wide to the right, a man in motion back to the near side, and Casey Reese again gets in on the blitz, but Erickson gets out, shakes away from one man. He's tackled now and driven back, but not until he gets a first down. But
that
Casey
was
Reese,
so big that time. Golly.
Reese had him wrapped up again on what would have been another quarterback sack, but Erickson just kind of ducked down, and Casey slid over his back.
I think he does have a yeah, they do it now.
Oh, they're going to give him his forward progress. He was driven back 2 or 3 yards. He got the first down.
Think so?
Oh, I think so.
They're going to measure it.
No, it's first down. They're not even going to bring the chains out.
That's right. Okay.
Oh, that is a shame because that was a 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9. We let him out of the cage on that one.
Even if we don't get the sack, if we just go ahead and make the stop and force him to punt.
I think we relaxed a little bit on defense. We thought he was going down, and he didn't.
First down and 10, Lanphier. Call it the Lanphier 47-yard line. Erickson again with 2 receivers wide to the right, but apparently one of them's in the wrong place because they're having to shift him around. Now he gets set over to the right side. The back split behind Erickson. Here's the snap. Tries the fullback straight ahead, and the fullback's got a little running room into Taylorville territory down to about the 48-yard line. That's Sanderfield.
I think that that's the kind of play that will hurt Taylorville's the quick hitters. If anything slow or even a power play, our defense will swarm to the ball. But that was so quick that we don't have time to react or to pursue.
Pickup of about 6 on the play. 2nd down, long 4 facing Lanphier at the Taylorville 48-yard line. Here's the snap. Again, it's Sanderfield on the handoff, and he gets down to about the 45, maybe to the 44. He's going to be about a half a yard short of a first down. He gets it just inside the 45. 3rd down and less than a yard to go for a Lanphier first down. Well, if the Tornadoes going to make a big play, this would be a good spot to do it. 9:40 to go in the first half. Down 7-3. Lanphier trying to get a drive mounted here. 2 receivers go wide to the right side for the Lanphier Lions. In motion comes a halfback to this side, leaving one back in the backfield. Erickson just takes it on the quarterback sneak, and he gets about 6 yards out of a quarterback sneak. Inside Taylorville's 40, down to about the 38-yard line. Flynn made the stop, but not until Erickson picks up another Lanphier first down. Boy, isn't it funny, Don, how one play can just go from stopping the drive cold to keeping it alive.
And they moved the ball real well from that point on.
First down 10, Lanphier, Taylorville 34-yard line. Check that, 39. Erickson calling the signals. The I formation behind him in the backfield. He's under big rush. The ball's loose. I think Erickson fell back on it. I believe Erickson got it back. He dropped it, was able to get back on it, back outside the 40 to the 43 now of Taylorville. So a loss on the play of about 4 yards, 2nd and 14. Well, Lanphier has taken advantage of all the breaks so far tonight. They've returned an interception for a touchdown, recovered a fumble to stop a Taylorville drive, and have had 2 fumbles of their own that they've recovered.
That's right.
So from the 43 of Taylorville, it's 2nd down and about 14. 8:15 to go in the half. we've got a whistle and a flag before the players even get set over the ball. This is surely going to go against the offense. Dead ball, offsides, offense. So that's another 5 tacked on. So instead of 2nd and 14, we're up to 2nd and 19. And Lanphier all of a sudden going the wrong way. The ball's been moved back out to the Taylorville 48-yard line. To get a first down, they've got to get down to the 28 of Taylorville. So we're looking at 2nd down and 20. 8:05 to play in the first half. 7-3, Lanphier leads it. Flanker wide to the right, man in the slot on the right side. Here comes a reverse, but it's not going to go anywhere. The ball was knocked loose.
Taylorville, I believe we
Taylorville came up with the recovery. I think it's O.J. Cole who's got the ball.
That was a beautiful play that
Was it
time.
Troy Helton that made the hit? I'm not sure.
Either. Either him or Donnie or one of those folks in there. But, I mean, they had some sort of a defensive call that time, and whatever they called sure did do the job.
Well, Lanphier was going to run a reverse. They were bringing the flanker. He was coming back our way, and they were going to try to run a reverse, and someone just nailed Erickson from behind. The ball popped out. O.J. Cole comes up with it, and Taylorville is in great position at the 43-yard line of Lanphier. 1st and 10. A lone setback is Repture. Man in the slot to the left side for Odom. He drops back. He looks left. Pumps once. Looks to the right. Lets it go. He's got Kamani who can't come up with it.
Ooh, if he could have caught that one. A little high, but still catchable.
I think Doug gave up on his route a little bit. Kind of pulled up, and Jeb came back to him and really delivered a pretty good pass. It could have been caught, but instead it's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 43-yard line of Lanphier. Clock stops at 7:26 to go in the half. 7-3 our score. Lanphier leads. They scored after, I think it was 36 seconds of play in the ball game, or 34 seconds maybe, on that interception, and that's all they've really been able to do offensively. Back to pass. Quick look out to the left side. He's got a man there. Taking it in stride is Milam. Milam at the 25 is out of bounds on that far side of the field.
Fade pass that time, and it was a beautiful throw and a beautiful catch.
All Jeb did was throw to a spot. He knew where his receiver was going to go. He lofted it out there. Milam ran under it, went out of bounds at the 25, where it's going to be 1st and 10 after an 18-yard pickup. The Tornadoes threatening here from the 25, 1st and 10. Taylorville shifts now into a lone set back with a man in the slot on the right side. Odom calls the signals, drops back. He's under a rush. Looks over the middle. He's picked off. He's picked off by Sanderfield, and he's going to be taken down at about the 28-yard line. And don't know exactly where Jeb was going with that one, but he threw it right to Sanderfield and gets picked off for the 2nd time tonight. And actually, that's the 4th time that defenders have had their hands on Odom passes.
Yeah, again, like you say, it looked like he was throwing to a spot, but the spot he was throwing to had a defensive man right there. So
it was occupied by a black shirt, wasn't it?
That's right, and so that's a drive that's been stopped.
So 1st and 10 now for the Lanphier Lions at their own 28-yard line. I formation in the backfield behind Erickson. Erickson gives to the tailback, and the tailback's wrapped up by O.J. Cole as he gets across the 30 to about the 31. Pickup of a couple on the play. Clock running at 6:40 to play in the half.
2nd and 8, straight one.
2nd and long 8 facing the Lanphier Lions. The Tornadoes now have turned it over 3 times in this first half. Lanphier once. Both times the turnovers really killed potential drives by the Tornadoes. I formation in the backfield, man in the slot to the left. Here's the give to the tailback. He's got some running room. That's Williams.
My goodness.
Watch out here. Williams has got some speed. He's at the 50. Williams is at the 40. Williams is going to be cut down as he gets inside the 25 to about the 23. And thankfully, Joe Norris was able to get the angle on Andre Williams. And he runs it all the way down to about the Taylorville 22-yard line.
Big, long play, and
well, that's exactly the play that Coach Scott Albertson was afraid of, that they could break Williams open.
yeah. We were in a stunt of some sort, and we stunted our defense, and there wasn't any pursuit there. We were lucky to get him before he got in the end zone.
Call it the 23. First down and 10, Lanphier. Still plenty of time to play here in the first half. Lanphier with the I formation behind Corey Erickson. Wing back set to the right side, in split wide to the left. Erickson give to the fullback. Fullback tries the right side, carries Taylorville tacklers forward to about the 20-yard line. That was Irvin Streeter, 250-pound fullback. Streeter's dragged down at the 20. Pickup of a couple on the play, maybe 3. Call it 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Erickson sends flanker wide right, in split to the left, out of the eye. Looks over the defense, calls. Gives to the tailback. The ball's loose. Who's got it? Taylorville thinks they've got it. No whistle. Taylorville did get it. Taylorville got it at the 24 after stripping the ball away.
Another stunning defense that time caused that fumble.
Stunted right into the play.
We can't, I don't know, did you see who did it?
No.
Probably a linebacker, but anyway, play before hurt us a lot on the stunt. This time, got the ball back. Of course, we got a long ways to go.
But a lot of time in which to do it. 4:50 and the clock running in the first half. Taylorville 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. 2 setbacks, and now they shift into the offset eye. Oh, and again, our right guard moved. He just kind of fell forward.
Those are the kind of mistakes you expect in the first game or so, but in your third game, they're really killing us.
That time it was Tad McCullough. It's almost like he just fell out of his 3-point stance.
That's a mental error. Physical errors you can understand, but mental errors, you're not concentrated. You're not focused on what you're doing.
Moves the ball back to the 19, where it's going to be 1st down and 15 facing the Tornadoes. The back shift now into the offset eye. Give to the tailback. Tries the left side. That's Norris. He gets back to about the 22-yard line. A pickup of maybe 3 on the play. Joe hasn't had a real good opportunity to get out into the open field yet tonight. 2nd down, about 12. Clock ticking down to the 4-minute mark to play in the first half. You're listening to Taylorville Tornado football action on News Talk Radio 1410 WTIM in Taylorville. I'm Terry Wright. Don Anderson alongside. The Tornadoes trail at 7-3. Out of the I formation on 2nd and 12. Odom drops back. Play action. Rolls out to his right now. He's looking downfield. He's under a big rush. Everyone was covered. And he gets thrown back for a loss inside the 15. And that's what you call a coverage sack because he had no one to throw to and he just had to eat the ball. He had plenty of time.
You're right.
Just no one to go to. And now,
this is long yardage here. We got to be careful not make a bad mistake.
Dangerous type of situation here. 3rd and about 20. Your best bet here, I think, Don, is just to try to get a few yards back, give your punter a little more room to work, and then kick it back and hope your defense can hold and run out the clock here in the first half. But we're lined up with just one setback. Man in the slot to left. We're going to pass. We're throwing that same pattern down that left side, and that's batted away. But believe me, the man was there on the coverage that time, and that one could have been picked off just as easily as not.
Yeah. This brings up an interesting situation. I think we're going to go ahead and punt it regular, but there have been times you might want to take the safety here, make it a 9-3 game, but I think we're going to kick it away. But
I think they've got enough confidence in their defense that
I think so.
Even though Lanphier is going to get some good field position out of this, with just under 3 minutes to go in the half, the Tornado defense will be put to the test, but so far they've played a pretty good ball game. Need a good snap and a good punt here. The snap's pretty good. Here's the punt. It's a good one. Going to be fielded back at the 49 of Taylorville. The coverage is there. No place for him to go. And about 4 white shirts take him down at about the 47-yard line. About a 2-yard return is all. Shea Walker was one of the players in on the stop for the Tornadoes. Good coverage.
Excellent play. Excellent coverage. Good special team play.
So now it's up to the defense to keep Lanphier at bay at least for the next 2 minutes, 51 seconds, and go into the locker room down no worse than 7-3. And at that, that would have to be a morale booster itself.
Yeah, with as many mistakes as we made, certainly that'd be the case.
Coming up at halftime, we'll remind you that we have our special halftime feature that we do each week, our IHSA Sports Report with Art Kimball. Be sure to tune in to that, and then stay with us as Dave and Andy and I recap the first half. We might even talk a little bit about an exciting Illini win today. Give to the fullback, not much there. He gets forward to about the Taylorville 45. A pickup of about 2 is all on the play. Lanphier didn't look like they were that excited about trying anything big. Off to the fullback.
Well, they still have plenty of time. I imagine they have most of their timeouts, if not all of them. So, they've got plenty of time. They don't have to panic at this time and try to go on top. So,
2 minutes left to play in the half. Still 7-3 Lanphier. Lanphier has really not threatened that greatly other than that opening interception return for a touchdown. Their deepest penetration was about our 23-yard line. Back to pass goes Erickson. He pumps once, then he goes deep. He's got a man down the sideline. And apparently he did make the catch at the sideline somewhere around the 12 or 13-yard line.
Boy, that was a beautiful play.
Threw it over the head of Chad Milam, who was beat by about a step. And you're right, Don, they didn't have to panic because they picked up a big chunk of it right there, down to about the 13-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10, Lanphier, with still 1:41 left to go in the first half. Clock stopped on the out of bounds. Nice pass from Erickson that time. The defense needs to come up with another big play like they did a while ago, forcing that fumble. High formation in the backfield behind Erickson. 1st and 10 from the Taylorville 14-yard line. Taylorville wanted to show blitz. They're looking at the option. The pitch back is stopped. Trying to go wide to the right side. Absolutely nothing there. The Tornadoes read it very well. Going to bring up 2nd down and still 10, if not 11, depending on where they spot the ball. Might have been a slight loss on the play. The clock running at 1:20. I believe both teams have all their timeouts. I'm surprised that Lanphier wouldn't use one here. They're taking a lot of time. They haven't even got the play called yet, and they've already lost 10 minutes of clock time. Clock's going to be down to 1 minute before they get this snap off. Actually, it's going to be under a minute. Erickson takes a lot of time. On 2nd down and 10 from the Taylorville 14-yard line. Erickson pitch back, trying to get wide to the right, turning the corner. Upfield goes Andre Williams, and Williams is going to be very close to a 1st down inside the Taylorville 5 on that far side of the field with 45.8 seconds left to play in the game. In the first half of the game, and they've spotted it and stretched the chains out right over there in that right corner, and it is a 1st down. From here, it looks to be around the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I believe that is about the 2-yard line, so.
1st and goal from the Taylorville 2. Now, this could work just the opposite for the Taylorville defense. This could be a real morale breaker if Lanphier can stick it in here. And now we do have a call for a timeout by Lanphier with 46 seconds left to go in the half. It's 7-3 Lanphier, back right after this. 0.8 seconds of this first half. The game clock here at Memorial Stadium, a lot like the college basketball and pro basketball clocks, Don. When it gets under a minute, it goes to the tenths of a second.
Yeah.
I don't know how important that is in the football game like it is in basketball, but we'll see. 1st and goal, Lanphier from the Taylorville 2, leading Taylorville 7-3. High formation behind Corey Erickson. Tornadoes show blitz. Erickson drops back and hands it off to the tailback, and Andre Williams is wrapped up and thrown for what might be a loss, depending on where they mark his forward progress. Now they're going to have to call another timeout to stop the clock with 34 seconds left, so we took about 14 seconds off the clock, and that allowed Lanphier to take another timeout, and it's going to be 2nd down and goal. Right now, the down situation doesn't mean near as much as the time, with just 34.1 seconds left to go in the first half, and Lanphier leading it 7-3. The Tornadoes, we estimate between 350 and 400 people on the far sideline, or bleachers on the far side. All the Tornado players on the sideline are grouped in a big bunch at around the 35-yard line. That's as far as they can go down that sideline to watch their defense and cheer them on here on 2nd and goal. And again, the Tornado defense stops them. Again, it was Williams trying the left side this time.
They're going without a huddle, I
They're
think.
going no huddle. Clock running with 23. Down to 20. Third down and goal. Don, you got to go pass here. You
I
have to.
would think this would be passed.
Well, they still got that one timeout, but they are going to try to pass for it. Erickson is going to scramble in for the touchdown.
Oh, my goodness, he's killing us.
Erickson had nowhere to go with it. There's a flag down. A flag down.
Flag down on the play.
And that's right where you think it could be a hold with 7.7 seconds left to go in the half.
Oh, that would be a
It's
great break for the
holding.
Tornadoes.
Oh, no, it's holding. I thought he pointed towards Taylorville, but the Lanphier players look awfully dejected. Let's see.
Must be a penalty on, well, I don't know.
It's holding
Against
Taylorville.
Taylorville, okay.
Declined a touchdown Lanphier. But Don, if this isn't something, Lanphier scores twice in the half, once 34 seconds into the half, and the other one was 7.7 seconds left to go in the half.
That's right. And again, that quarterback is really hurting us on his ability to scramble.
Corey Erickson he looked around, had no place to go, and it looked as if the Tornadoes might hold him off, but then Erickson scrambled right up the middle and scored with just 7.7 seconds left to go in the half, and the extra point attempt coming. The kick is up. It's good, and Lanphier is going to have a 14-3 lead over the Taylorville Tornadoes. We'll be back with the Lanphier kickoff right after this.
$16 a month. Senior citizens can join the Y for just $10 a month, and you can even join the Y for $7 a month. Join the Christian Town YMCA by stopping at the office at 100 McAdams Drive in Taylorville. Your Christian County YMCA.
Here's the Lanphier kick. It's going to be a low running kick that's going to be fielded back at about the 15-yard line. Trying to find some place to go is Chad Milam. He's got a little bit of a hole. Milam over the left side. He's only got one man to beat. Milam cuts back inside, and he's stopped and taken down at about the 42. And the half is going to run out, and the only man back to get him was the kicker, Eric Louie. And he did his job, Don. He stayed at home and made the tackle. Had he not done it, Milam was gone.
All the way. It was a nice run. It just didn't have enough time. What can we say? We've made more mistakes in this half than we have in the other two games put together. So fumbles, interceptions, simply our penalties have hurt us. The 5-yard penalties have hurt us a lot when our offensive linemen fell off sides a couple of times. So, what more can you say? I'm sure they had a lot to go over at halftime in there. I don't know if there's any great adjustment to make for Taylorville on defense or offense other than just to go out and execute both of our offense as well as our defense.
Just reestablish the control of the game for the Tornadoes. They had it after the first 40 seconds of the game until the last 30 seconds of the first half.
That's right.
So let's see if they can do that in the second half and improve offensively by putting some more points on the board. Lanphier will receive the opening kickoff to start the second half, and they will defend the goal to our right, the south goal. So perhaps the halves will turn around in our favor, just as the opening play will turn around. Taylorville received, defending that same goal to our right to start the game, and now Lanphier will be there. I think was Andre Williams. It is Andre Williams back deep in the middle to return this Mike Flynn kickoff for the Taylorville Tornadoes, and we'll get this second half underway. Remind you that you're listening to Central State 8 Conference Football, the Taylorville Tornadoes and the Lanphier Lions on News Talk Radio 1410 WTIM in Taylorville. Flynn now will tee it up at the 40-yard line to our left. Lanphier will receive with Andre Williams back deep in the middle for Lanphier. 14-3, Lanphier leads it as we start the second half of play. Here's the signal from the referee. Flynn approaches the ball, and we're underway. It hits an up man, and the ball's loose. Taylorville's got it. What a great start. It was a line drive that hit one of the up men for Lanphier, and it bounced back about 5 yards, and Taylorville fell on it almost as if it was an onside kick, but it wasn't.
Terry, I was looking down when the kick happened. When I looked up, it was already over. So there's one mistake. I don't know if you can call it a mistake as far as...
That's got to be a turnover.
A turnover, that's for sure. So we got great field position, got the football, so maybe the gods are smiling on us now.
Taylorville starts with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line, following what results are really ends up being an onside kick, even though it was unintentional. We tried to go to Norris out of the tailback spot, and he stopped in the backfield, and that's Randy Sanderfield, who made the stop defensively for Lanphier and throws Norris for a loss of a yard, yard and a half on the play. Call it second down and about 12 now to go for the Taylorville Tornadoes from about their own 47-yard line.
Hey, Paul, they do that on purpose.
Robert Burns hollering, did they do that on purpose? I don't think so. Lone setback is Repsher behind Odom. He wants to pass. Odom's got plenty of time. Forced out of the pocket now, rolling left, throwing deep into double coverage, coming back for Smilem at the 20, the 15, and down at about the 12-yard line.
Oh, is there a penalty on the play?
There is. There's a penalty on the far side. I don't know what it is.
That's a shame. Again, these are the kind of things that break our backs.
Well, let's wait and see. We haven't got the signal yet. It's in a position that could go either way, really. It could be defensive holding or something on that far side. It's over about the right cornerback position.
Well, it looks like maybe Lanphier's going on back.
Let me tell you, Chad Milam did an outstanding job then, whether the play's called back or not. It's a defensive hold.
Defensive hold, so the play will stand.
We'll decline it and take it down to about the 13-yard line, but really, Jeb put that ball up in dangerous territory.
Yes,
there was double coverage on Milam, but
just jumped up and got it, didn't he?
The pass was underthrown, and Milam was the first man to react to it and came back and took it and has it down at the 13, and what a great way to start the second half if the Tornadoes can capitalize now. 11:03 the clock says, so we're only 57 seconds into the second half, and already Taylorville has a turnover and a 1st and 10 at Lanphier's 13-yard line. Odom now with two backs behind him. He's going to give to Norris, I believe, trying the right side, and not much there for Joe. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It looks like they're really going towards the flow. Maybe we'll have a little counter play later on to take advantage of that over pursuing of Lanphier. Lanphier is going quickly to the football.
But it almost looks like the coaching staff is taking your advice and trying to reestablish a ground game.
I think so.
They've done that both times now on the first down play, but we haven't been real successful with the rush yet. Second down and still 10 from the 13. And there's a whistle going to stop the play. There must have been motion or something along the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a dead ball foul.
Probably against the Tornadoes.
Taylorville was wanting to pass on that play, but the whistle, of course, killed the play. Probably a 5-yarder against Taylorville.
So many
illegal procedure.
errors such as that, mental errors that we're making.
So it's second down and 15 out at about the 18-yard line now for the Tornadoes. So Odom will bring the team up to the line with a 2nd and 15 from the Lanphier 18-yard line. Wide to the left is Milam. To the near side, the flanker is Kamadi. Reverse. The wing back around. Milam's got some room at the 20. At the 15, and he tried to cut back in, and he gets back to about the 14.
Yeah, he stopped trying to cut back, but it wasn't going to be.
Looks like he probably could have got another 4 or 5 yards if he'd kept going toward the sideline, but he tried to cut back in and get stopped after a pickup of only about 4. It looked like something was going to materialize, but that'll make it a pickup of 5. Third down and 10 now. The ball's back to the original line of scrimmage at the 13-yard line. Repsher is going to be the lone setback. Odom makes the call. He's going to get hit. Blindsided. Came from the left side of Odom, the back side. And Don, I'm not sure I wouldn't go for another field goal here.
Well, they might do that. They're coming in with...
The ball's at the 19.
Yeah.
7 yards back would make the 26. It'd be a 36-yard field goal attempt. And I think Mike Flynn's got plenty of leg for it. And I think that's what we're going to see here.
I believe so. Yep.
It's going to be a 36-yard field goal attempt.
36 yards.
You need a good snap and a good hold here at the 8:45 mark. The snap, the placement, the kick is up. It's long enough, but I think he's pulled it. He pulled it wide to the left side. So with 8:36 left to go in the third quarter, it's still 14-3. We'll be back right after this.
Runaway South Walnut in Taylorville. Medicine Shop Pharmacy only sells prescriptions and healthcare items. We make it our business to explain details about your prescriptions. We take time to listen, time to help. And we care about your finances, too. The Medicine Shop offers low prices and fast service. Nothing more, nothing less. The Medicine Shop.
Well, as we come back to the action, it was 1st and 10, Lanphier from their own 20-yard line, and Corey Erickson just took the ball and raced around the right end, down the far sideline, outran everyone, and lunged into the end zone, and just that quickly, Lanphier strikes again, Don.
Yeah, it was a very good play by the quarterback again. I think he was possibly running the option and kept it himself. And the big, long play again really hurts. And, of course, right now this puts the ball game in a bad situation for the Tornadoes, down by 3 touchdowns. And we only have the 1 field goal.
The attempt for the extra point coming. The kick is up. It's good. And it's now Lanphier 21, Taylorville 3. Back with the Lanphier kickoff right after this. Well, the Lanphier kickoff will be returned by Chad Milam. Well, will it? There's a flag and a penalty on the kick that
Probably an
stops the play.
offside play, don't you imagine there? Where the
I would think
flag's
it'd have
at?
to be.
Offsides on Lanphier? I'm not sure.
The Tornadoes failed to take advantage of an outstanding opportunity to start this second half. Again, a 5-yard penalty was key in the drive for the Tornadoes that gave them a 2nd down and 15, which just really kind of deadened the drive, and then the field goal attempt was wide to the left. Then the Tornado defense just a little lapse, I guess, Don, allowing an 80-yard run by Erickson. Like you said, it looked like he was just going to run an option to the right, but he kept it himself and just outran everyone. And I think it may have been Joe Norris that had the last shot at him, but he was trying to come from this side of the field and cut him off on the far side of the field and just couldn't quite get to him, and he lunged into the end zone for that score.
Those long runs we talked about before the ball game, that's the things we had to shut down, and that's the things we haven't done. We haven't shut down their long runs and a long pass there, and right now we're in dire straits, 21-3.
The kick will come from the 35-yard line this time. There's the boot, and it's a short squib, and it's going to go out of bounds.
I think we'll probably get it right there. I think we have the
At
opportunity.
the 46-yard line. It's almost like he shanked it. And it goes out of bounds at the 46-yard line of Taylorville, and that's where we're going to have it.
I think
First
that's
down
where we
and
can
10.
put it.
I think it has to be. The one thing I didn't really care for, though, Don, was the fact that the Tornadoes were just standing there kind of watching
Watching
it.
it,
It was
yeah.
a live ball, but apparently it did go out of bounds on the far sideline, so we weren't really in any jeopardy. But it should be Taylorville ball at the 46, the spot where it went out of bounds. And that's what it's going to be, is they'll mark it at the left hash mark at the Taylorville 46, first down and 10. It's actually a penalty against Lanphier. They technically call it illegal procedure when the kick goes out of bounds, but naturally Taylorville refuses it since it went out of bounds further up the field than where we would have taken it otherwise. So the Tornadoes start over once again now, down by 18. Here's a give straight ahead, and there's just very little running room there for Matt Repsher. Only gets about a yard.
Yeah, we just got out of their snap. We looked like we were sort of, you know, maybe not giving up, but we just don't have the snap in our offense that we normally have. Something good's got to happen for Taylorville pretty quick, or it's going to be all over.
Kamadi to the near side, Milam to the far side. The backs are split behind Jeb Odom. Odom's going to drop back to pass. He's under rush. They're setting up screen into the left flat. It's caught, but there was a man there to make the stop for a big loss on the play. Tornadoes been better off had the pass been dropped. And I believe it was Repsher on the receiving end, but he's going to lose about 5, maybe 6 yards on the completed pass. It's going to be third down at about 14. 7:20 left to play in the third quarter. That finds Lanphier leading it by a score of 21-3. Odom has a man in the slot to the left side, and Repsher's the lone setback. Big rush, and he's caught and going to be taken down back at about the 35. And Don, you're right. There's just not much good happening for the Tornadoes right now after missing that golden opportunity to start the half. They're actually going to spot his forward progress at about the 38-yard line, where it's going to be 4th down, and the Tornadoes will have to punt. So Mike Flynn is on to kick for the Tornadoes. 3 and out that time for Taylorville. 2 men back deep. Williams is the man nearest to us to return this kick of Mike Flynn's.
Nice punt.
A high kick going down the far side. A fair catch called for at the 30-yard line, and that's where Lanphier will have it. 1st down and 10 from their own 30-yard line. So the Lanphier offense, which has only touched the ball 1 time in the second half, will get it back for a second time with 6:18 still to play in the 3rd quarter. But that 1 time was good for an 80-yard touchdown run.
And they had 7-0 before they had their first touch in the first half. So
absolutely,
the big plays have really killed Taylorville. And right now we're a little bit down out there. We're not playing up to par.
So Erickson sends 1 man wide to the near side. Backs are split behind him. Now in motion goes Williams to the right. Give us to the fullback, the lone man in the backfield, and he's tripped up right at the 30. May have fallen forward for a half-a-yard pickup, but that's about it. Going to be 2nd down and let's call it 9 for the Lions. Be nice if the defense could come up with a big play here and maybe provide a spark that the offense needs.
Again, you can see we can stop them, even throw them for losses, but then we give up big play-ups. So we look great on 90% of our defensive plays. It's the other 10% killing us.
Crowd a little bit subdued on the far side of the field for the Tornadoes. Again, the man in motion. Again, they give it to the fullback. This time he bounces off 1 tackler and battles his way forward for a pickup of about 3, and Taylorville's got a man shaken up on the play. Got a Tornado player down on the field following a pickup of 3. We've got a break in the action here at Lanphier with 5:27 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Lanphier 21, Taylorville 3. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Twisted the left ankle. Fortunately, it's the left one and not the right, being our kicker. But he's all right. He limps off the far side. I'm pretty sure we'll probably see him back in the game, but we'll wait and see. 3rd down facing the Lanphier Lions. 3rd and about 6 now. The ball near their own 35-yard line. Man in motion coming to the near side. Here's a pitch back, trying to get Williams to the outside. He's got the corner, turns it up, has the 1st down, and is stopped at about the 48-yard line. Flag down on the play, however. 2 flags down.
Might be that we, well, I don't know. 1 flag is out in the middle of the field. 1's over on the sideline, so it might be offsetting penalties here.
Could be a clip. Let's see what we got. Let's hope that's wishful thinking, maybe that it's a clip.
Well, they're talking. Well, they're not really talking to anyone except themselves at this time.
You can tell Lanphier was just trying to get Williams into the open field on that pitch, and it is. It's a block below the knees. It's going to go against Lanphier.
Crackback block, I imagine.
So that's going to help the Tornadoes. Instead of a 1st and 10 at their own 48, Lanphier is going to be looking at a 3rd and... That's going to be 3rd and long. If that's marked 15 from the spot of the foul, it's going to be 3rd down and about 14, something like that. But it's just a 10-yard
10-yard penalty, but still that's going to help Taylorville tremendously.
It stays 3rd down, and it's back to about a 3rd down and 9 for the Lanphier Lions. Ball at their own 31-yard line. Now we've got a timeout, Lanphier, with 5:03 to play 3rd quarter. Lanphier 21, Taylorville 3. Back right after this.
This is convenient location in Taylorville's Grand Plaza Shopping Center, or call 824-7201. That's 824-7201, and ask for Cheryl or Bruce. Personal finance company serving Taylorville and all of Christian County. Are you tired of the same old thing for lunch? At Subway, you can get your choice of 4 fresh-made sandwiches, chips, and a 22-ounce soft drink, all for the low price of $2.99. So forget about the same old taste day after day. Come over to Subway for a great value.
sandwich, chips, and a soft drink for only $2.99 at Subway, where fresh is the taste.
Well, Lanphier came back quickly, did not take their full timeout. They get the ball on an option from Erickson to Andre Williams, who scampered about 26 yards for a first down. So once again, Taylorville had them in a 3rd and long, couldn't hold them, and Lanphier's got it 1st and 10 at the Taylorville 47-yard line. They give to the fullback. There's nowhere for him to go. It should have been the 43-yard line I was talking about. The fullback gets maybe a yard on the carry, and that's about it. 2nd down and 9. And Don, like you said a couple of times tonight, we stop them and hold them and toss them back, but then they'll break off a big play that really just kind of breaks your back.
Yeah, and that's the things that we were worried about at the beginning of the ball game, and certainly it's come true.
2nd down and 9 at the Taylorville 42 now for Lanphier. 4 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Tornadoes need to play for some respectability now, if nothing else. They've got to be playing for pride. Oh, the Tornadoes are going to stop this play as Williams takes the pitch, trying to go to the right, and he's swarmed under, back out at about the 45. But if you remember, Don, when we got caught on that break, it looked like Williams could have been caught too, and he made a great move to get open and go 26 yards.
Well, this brings up another 3rd down play, and of course it's 3rd and about 12. So another big play here. We got to stop them, get the ball back.
Yeah, the Tornadoes still have plenty of time. It's 3.5 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. We need to make a stop and make a big play somewhere. You just need to reignite the afterburners for the Tornadoes, who seem to just kind of be going through the motions at times right now.
Defense, like we're saying, stopping them, real good. And then all of a sudden they'll reel off 20, 25-yard play or longer.
On 3rd and 12, Taylorville comes with the blitz. Under a rush, Erickson's going to be swarmed under, and maybe that's what we needed. I see Troy Helton in on the play, Shane Stork all in on top of Erickson. They swarm him under. That's a good play for the Tornado defense. 4th down and about 18, 19 yards to go for a first down. The line of scrimmage is back on the Lanphier side of the 50-yard line, and Taylorville's going to get the ball back. Norris will be back deep to return the punt. With just 2.5 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Big rush, but he gets the kick away. Norris is going to take it at about his 13, trying to find someplace to go at the 15. He's going to be caught head down at the 17. Only got it back about 4 yards on the return, but the Taylorville offense will come out 1st and 10. Some of these Tornadoes, Don, could be getting a little bit tired. Some of the players that are going both ways. It's a warm night, humid, takes a little bit out of them. The physical aspect plus the mental aspect right now could be taking a little bit of a toll on those players. But
I think you're right, Terry, because I noticed they change a lot of people, Lanphier, from one to the ball, and then when they change over, and Taylorville doesn't change that many.
On 1st down, just one setback, and they give that ball to him, and I'm assuming that that's Matt Repsher, although I can't see his number yet.
Nice run that time, about 6 or 7 yards.
That was
8
Repsher.
yards.
Gets an 8-yard pickup, moves the ball up to the 25. Going to be 2nd down and 2 for the Tornadoes. 1:45 and counting down in this 3rd quarter, and the Tornadoes find themselves down 21-3. Lanphier coaches hollering out at their defense to look out for a pass here. They're expecting pass. We go with the lone setback again, but that's the formation we had last time when we ran it up the middle for 8. This time Odom gives it off again to Repsher, and it looks like he's got enough for the first down. If he does, it's just barely. Picked up 2.5 yards possibly. And this could be a Tornado first down as they unpile and spot it. Wait for the official signal.
Yeah, they may want to measure here.
First down, Taylorville,
okay,
about the 27.5 yard line.
I don't know, but that's either the first or second first down we made in the second half, and maybe the first one. We haven't done much.
Tornadoes again go with just a single setback. Man in the slot set to the left side, comes in motion. That's Norris, back toward the near side. Rolling out now, he's under pressure. Gets away from one would-be tackler. Up the field, he's got a man open. He gets his feet down in bounds, and on the receiving end of that pass for the Tornadoes was Mike Flynn, and we're grateful to see Mike Flynn back in the lineup, but he's still favoring that left ankle. He's going to go limping off now after he makes that catch up to the 44-yard line, where it's going to be first down and 10 Tornadoes. Nice job that time by Odom getting out of trouble, finding a man open on the near sideline. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Taylorville, although down by 18, still alive as the offense tries to get something going and get in that end zone. Out of the offset eye. Flanker left, in wide to the near side. Here comes a blitz. Taylorville was going to run the option. No place to go, and Odom is swarmed under at about the 42-yard line. He's going to lose 2.5 yards on the play. That might well be the last play of the third quarter as we're down to 25 seconds. Not sure that they'll get another play off yet. We'll get one more play. Second down and a long 12 for the Tornadoes back at their own 42-yard line.
Pass, Robert.
Here's the snap. Looking to pass. Odom's going deep down the middle. He's got a man there. It's Flynn, but at the last moment, Erickson breaks it up. If Corey Erickson doesn't get there, Flynn takes it in stride at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, probably threw it just a little bit too late.
Erickson not only has killed us on the offense for Lanphier, he comes back to haunt us on the defense. With just 12 minutes left to go in this one, the Taylorville Tornadoes need to make something happen pretty quickly, Don. Down 21-3.
Yeah. Got to do something here before long.
Third down and 12 facing the Tornadoes after that long incompletion. Corey Erickson batted the ball away at the last moment of a pass intended for Mike Flynn. In motion to the near side comes Joe Norris. Back to pass, rolling this way. Under a rush. Odom going to keep it himself. He's going to run out of room as he's taken down up short of the 50 at about the 49-yard line, and Taylorville's going to be looking at a fourth down and about 5.
Got to punt the football. I think we're going to have a new punter in there this time.
Yeah, Flynn's going to have to go out. He's limping on that left leg. Maybe we're going to go for it, Don. That could be the plan. It's fourth and a bunch, 5, 6.5 yards at least.
Yeah, that's a long ways to go. I know that
that's what we're
they
going
want
to
to try to win, but boy, what a gamble this is.
We're going on fourth down from our own 48-yard line. We need at least 6.5, 7 yards. Back to pass. Odom's going to be caught, gets away, he's scrambling, gets rid of it, and what he did was saved about 13 yards on the play.
Right. Yeah, there was no one really. He did a good job getting rid of it. A heck of a gamble right there, but I think he probably figured we're down 21-3. Let's see if we can get something going. But we lose valuable field position here. It's a short field.
They're going to spot it at the Taylorville 47-yard line. First down and 10, Lanphier. Corey Erickson brings the Lanphier Lions up with his hand split wide left. Flanker set to the right. The backs are split. Erickson turns, hands it off. Taylorville was right in on the handoff and break the play up nicely. Donald Spears really ramped up Erickson just as he handed off. And then right after Andre Williams got the ball, Matt Repsher.
I just said you'll see a play like that, you'd think, well, Taylorville's probably had 21-3, and we'll play well like that. It's just the fact, as we talked earlier, all of a sudden a big long gainer will happen to us. So let's hope we can cut that out and get the football back here. Try to get on the board,
Right.
It's in the fourth quarter. It's going to be tough to try to beat them at this point, but maybe we can keep them from scoring and maybe score a touchdown.
Second and 10, virtually no gain on that play. Lanphier now with two receivers to the near side. Erickson rolls out to the near side, wants to pass, flushed out of the pocket, going to have to keep it, and he's going to be tackled by Helton after he gets just inside the Taylorville 45 to about the 43, maybe a pickup of about 4 on the play. Lanphier's going to be looking at 3rd and 6. Tornadoes have faced a lot of these important third down plays in this game, and that really has been kind of a crucial turning point.
Yeah.
We haven't held them at times when we really needed to.
Yes, and then this has been the case, and of course the quarterback, he has done so well on these third down plays.
Well, when you force them into third and longs, you really have to capitalize on them, Don, and we just haven't done it tonight. Third and long is when the offense usually has to gamble, and that's when you're supposed to be able to come up with a sack or an interception or something like that, but they've turned them into first downs tonight. Erickson keeps it himself, optioning to the near side. He's caught and dragged down, and hanging on to him was Doug Kamadi. He's going to stop him at the Taylorville 40. It's going to be fourth and a long 3 coming up for Lanphier. And of course, if they decide to punt here, it could put Taylorville back deep in their own territory.
Yeah, you got a 21-3 lead right now. I think this is the time you do punt the ball when it's on the opponent's 40-yard line.
Yeah, Eric Louie is standing back inside the 50 at his own 47. He'll kick it. Taylorville trying to put on a rush, but Louie gets away a good kick, and it's going to bound into the end zone for a touchback. Joe Norris acted like he was going to come up and field it, and that may have held the Lanphier players off for just a moment, enough to allow that ball to hit and bounce forward into the end zone. So Taylorville does get it out at the 20. That's just a net 20-yard punt for Lanphier. 9:17 left to go, and I think, Don, you made a good point a while ago. The Taylorville offense just needs to regain a little confidence and go down, and if nothing else, if they just put one touchdown on the board and made it a 21-10 ball game, they'd have to feel a lot better.
Oh, yeah. I just hope we can do something on offense. We really haven't.
First and 10 from our 20 for the Tornadoes. Back to pass. Odom pumps once. Looks out into the flat for Kamadi, just off his fingertips, broken up out there, and it's incomplete. Second down and 10. Play will come in from the sideline on second and 10 from our own 20-yard line for the Tornadoes. To the near side comes Chad Milam. Kamadi is the flanker set far to the right. Straight drop back, look out into the left flat, a little swing pass to Norris, trying to get him out in the flat. He does a little stutter step or two and just can't find an opening, picks up only about a yard on that pass play, so it's going to be third down and 9 facing the Tornadoes. So Taylorville finds themselves in a very unenviable position, trailing 21-3 and looking at a third and 9 from their own 21-yard line. Lanphier was the 10th ranked team in the Class 4A poll prior to their loss to Sacred Heart Griffin, and they may be smarting a little bit from that loss and wanting to take it out on the Tornadoes. And right now they're doing it as Jeb Odom is caught back inside his 10, and Taylorville now is going to have to punt it away from in their own end zone. As he'll be back, the line of scrimmage is going to be around the 10, so the punter is going to be back in the end zone kicking it away with just over 8 minutes. Well, with the clock running, it's going to be under 8 minutes by the time the kick is made. Let's see if Mike Flynn's all right to make the punt.
I think Mike's kicking.
There.
Yeah, he's going to kick.
But that left leg's almost as important in kicking as the right one because it's your plant
foot. Got to support you, yeah.
Good snap.
Good kick. Well, not a great kick, but
it's going to hit up at about the 40 and go out of bounds right there. Well, now they're going to mark down the sideline to the...
Not so good.
35 is where they say it went out of bounds, maybe the 34. Lanphier's going to end up with great field position, and you really got a feel for the Taylorville defense. They've been on the field a good portion of the game and have been under pressure most of the time. And now they have to come out and look at a Lanphier team that's got a first and 10 at the Taylorville 33-yard line. 7 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the game. Lanphier leading Taylorville 21-3. Lanphier looking to even their record in the conference at 1-1. Taylorville will drop to 1-1 in the conference, 2-1 overall. To give to the tailback, Andre Williams, and once again the Taylorville defense rises to the occasion and stops Williams for a loss of about 2 on the play at the 35-yard line. So the defense really continues to play well, but
yeah, Erickson's the difference. He's the difference in the ball game. The plays he's made.
I don't think there's any doubt about that. He either did it with his feet running the ball or with his arm. Well, a big pass play toward the end of the first half that set up their other touchdown.
And 2 touchdowns, and of course then our offense give up a touchdown on the interception.
Or Erickson with touchdown runs of 2 yards and 80 yards.
A 2-yard one was very crucial.
And this could be delay of game, as I think they've taken too long to get the snap. So instead of a 2nd and about 12, it should be a 2nd and 17 coming up for the Lanphier offense. And that's exactly what it is. So they mark it back off just outside the Taylorville 40 with 6:50 to go. Lanphier looking at 2nd down and 17. Bringing the play in from the sideline is their wide receiver, Dorian Wright. See what Lanphier comes up with on this 2nd and long situation from the Taylorville 40. 2 receivers. Wright is the end split to the near side, and in the slot is Wendell Zuloff. Back to pass Erickson. He's wanting to throw it out in the flat, and now he does. He gets it out to Andre Williams. Taylorville is right there, but Williams manages to gain about 5 out of the play. But Taylorville had enough people out there creating a wall that there wasn't much room for Williams. He did make it exciting, but picks up only 5 scrimmage prior to that delay of game penalty.
I'd say that probably Lanphier's in 4-down territory at this point. We'll just have to wait and see.
Well, with the clock working as it is in their favor, you might well be right. Not much use for them to punt it away if they can go ahead and try to punch for a 1st down if they don't get it here. Erickson drops back, looks over the middle, and he just overshoots his man. And that's a cheap foul against Taylorville's Helton. Troy Helton gave the guy a little shoulder after the pass had gone by him, and they're going to call him for a personal foul. And I don't know. I think an official really could have looked the other way there. It wasn't that serious, but I did see it happen. Really, I don't know. Troy was dropping back in coverage, and the pass had gone beyond Zuloff, the intended receiver, and Troy did give him a shoulder, but he's going to pick it up.
I think that was a good call by the official because the ball had already gone over the head, and there wouldn't have been any chance for him to catch the ball. I'm glad to see officials do that.
Yeah, they would have had to call it flagrant, and I don't really think it was. I think Troy might be a little frustrated on the night, but he certainly didn't deck the guy or anything like that.
No.
So, like you say, I'm glad to see them pick the flag up as well. But it's going to be 4th down now and 12 from the 40, and Erickson's still out there. Now the punter comes in.
Yeah. Well, not a bad call by Lanphier. They got the ball game well in control. Why give Taylorville any more field position than they have to?
So Lanphier going to kick it.
Yep.
And it's a good high kick. Fair catch signaled and taken at about the... Well, that's about the 8-yard line, Don. Not a good place to take a fair catch.
No, maybe he was afraid it'd bounce, even closer. So, it's in that area where either way you go, you don't know whether it's right or wrong.
Kind of a rule of thumb is anytime inside the 10, you don't fair catch it, isn't it?
Normally, that's what you do. But the ball was high and coming down, and maybe he thought that, they could have the ball on the 1-yard line.
So the Taylorville offense deep in their own territory. 1st down and 10 with 5:40 left to play in the ball game. Let's call it the 8-yard line. Odom drops back, still wanting to pass. Looks downfield, just overshoots his intended receiver, Chad Milam. Chad leaped and the ball went right through his hands and falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10, Taylorville from the 8. So the Tornadoes are going to go down fighting, still going to that pass, Don, and we haven't kept the pass attempts. David would have that for us, but
not
the ball in the air a lot of times tonight for Jeb Odom. On 2nd and 10, straight drop back. It looked like he might be running a quarterback draw as he started to tuck the ball away, but Lanphier was right there to stop the play back at about the 5 or 6 yard line, and Taylor now looking at 3rd down, 13 from the 5. Taylor with a quick huddle, and I thought I heard a whistle, but the play goes on and a pass is completed up to about the 18-yard line to Chad Milam, but I thought I heard a whistle, Don. Did you?
I did too.
Well, Taylorville's going without a huddle.
Well, I guess it was complete, wasn't it?
Yes, but it's going to be 4th down. 4th and about 2.
What in the world? Everybody stopped when we heard that whistle.
Timeout, Lanphier. Lanphier's called a timeout with 5:11 to play in the ball game. 21-3, Lanphier. We'll be back after this. He's down at about the 36-yard line. So a pickup of 6 on the play. 2nd down, about 5. Out into the right flat and well underthrown, and fortunately so for Jeb Odom that time, as the nearest man to it was wearing the black and orange. On the incompletion, the clock will stop, and Taylorville, actually about a 3rd and 5 they're looking at.
I think we're in 4th down territory no matter where we're at right now, Terry, so.
Yeah, we did it a while ago from our own 17. So here we are on 3rd and a good 5 from our own 31-yard line. Back to pass. Rolling out to his right. Now trying to turn it up. He's going to be caught and taken down back at the 20-21-yard line, where the Tornadoes are looking at 4th and about 10. And
I don't know, but it looks like we're going to go for it again. It's, that's a long ways to go on a 4th down play.
4th and 10 and no huddle. Back to pass again, looking down the right sideline.
Could have called.
I think it's underthrown, incomplete, and the ball is going to go over on downs at the Taylorville 31-yard line.
That really hurt. I thought that we might get a penalty on them on that play, but no such luck, so we turn it over to them deep in our own territory.
As you notice the change, Don, unless they're putting in second-team players, which they might be doing, I think they've brought a lot of new players out. They're going to bring a new quarterback out as well, Alan Harris. The 5'8 junior comes out onto the field. I think they've brought in an entire new 11 players.
I think you're right.
Because they changed everybody on that exchange from defense to offense.
So we're a very tired defensive team at this point.
With 4 minutes, 4 seconds left to play in the ball game. And a delay of game. It took them too long to get their team out on the field and get the play called, so they'll mark it off 5, and it'll be 1st and 15 then for Lanphier out about the 36-yard line of Taylorville. More change of players for the Lanphier Lions. And now they'll get it up ready to put the ball in play. Lanphier 21, Taylorville 3. 4 minutes to play in the game as Lanphier will take the snap, and as you might expect, a lot of times on a change of centers and quarterbacks, we have a fumble on the exchange. Lanphier was able to jump back on it, however, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and still 15. But good news is the clock continues to run. It's got to be a tired Taylorville team out there on the field right now. On 2nd and 15 from the Taylorville 36 for the Lanphier Lions. Harris gives to his tailback, and he is wrapped up just as soon as he gets the ball. Troy Helton is in there. Casey Reese and Matt Repsher all in on the stop, and that's going to be a loss of about 2 on the play. So now it's 3rd down and about 17 for the Lanphier Lions. 3 minutes left to play in the ball game. Taylorville's only scoring tonight coming on a field goal of 28 yards by Mike Flynn. On 3rd and long for Lanphier. Blitz is on, and Troy Helton is going to wrap up the young quarterback Harris and throw him for another loss, and Lanphier will have to kick it back. And you have to kind of thank the Lanphier coach. He's pulled his offense out. He didn't try anything to try to run up a score or anything done. He's putting other players in the game, and everyone knows what the outcome is going to be, and he's just trying to get it over, really. On 4th down, bunting team is on for Lanphier. There's a snap. Taylorville with a big rush, but the kick is away. It's going to be fielded, running up to get it, and Joe Norris at about the 15. Didn't call a fair catch that time, and he's hit immediately. So at 2 minutes and 8 seconds left, they'll make the exchange. The offense coming back out for the Tornadoes. And an awful lot of clean shirts in on the defense now for Lanphier. And the clock starts to run again. So the Tornadoes will be 2-1 overall, 1-1 in Central State 8 conference play. There's going to be a lot of teams at 1-1 in the conference. Now we've got a timeout. Is this just an official's timeout? I haven't seen a signal as yet.
I think it's Lanphier.
Timeout Lanphier with 1:56 to play in the game. Lanphier 21, Taylorville 3, back in 60 seconds.
JG Sports is a proud sponsor. First Trust Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Taylorville Tornadoes will have it 1st down and 10, and out of the shotgun now goes Jeb Odom. Takes the snap, under pressure, gets away from one man, scrambles out to his left. He wants to throw it deep down the middle. He's got Joe Norris back there. Norris has it. Norris at the 35, the 30. Norris, if he can outrun him at the 20, the 10, the 5, a touchdown Taylorville.
No penalties. Well, that'll help.
And that comes from the 16-yard line, an 84-yard touchdown pass. And actually, Joe Norris had to wait a little bit on the ball, and it comes with 1:41 left to go. Well, Don, at least we got that touchdown that we were wanting.
Yeah, we got, and that's help. You know, anything to help right now. How much time left, Terry?
1:41.
1:41. That makes it a lot closer as far as, you know, and the newspaper. And we were talking about really Lanphier hasn't done that much. They just ran an 80-yard play, a 2-yard play, and intercepted one pass for a touchdown. Those are the 3 big plays they've had.
Yeah, a 2-point conversion here could make it 21-11. An onside kick, who knows?
Yeah.
Not that we could win it, but we could at least make it look close. Odom play action, wants to pass, under a rush. He's got a man out there and he dropped it. I can't tell who it was for sure on the other end of it. May have been Norris, but he couldn't come up with a catch, so the score is going to remain 21-9, but it's of some kind. They're expecting the onside kick. Taylorville has 10 players lined up over to the right side of the field, with the kicker having it teed up at the 39. I guess you can do that, Don. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, sure you can.
And that's where Mike Flynn will try to squib it across, and Taylorville cover it. There's the kick. It's fielded immediately and dropped right at the 50. And they did it just exactly what you should do defending against that onside kick. They had players up there that were used to handling the ball. The young man just went up, took it in the air, and was immediately tackled right at midfield. 1st down and 10, Lanphier. 1:38 left to play in the game. And the clock begins to run. Barring a turnover or a timeout, and we get a timeout. Taylorville calls the timeout with 1:32 to play in the game. 21-9 Lanphier. We'll be back right after this. Timeout to get their defense grouped. Trailing it 21-9. As I started to say before that timeout, barring a timeout or anything strange, a turnover or something, Lanphier would probably put the ball in play about 3 more times. And there they do it right up the middle with a quarterback sneak. Probably the safest thing you can call with a new quarterback and a new center on the field, Don, is just might have changed the second half. Is if we'd have taken advantage of that turnover to start the half.
That's
we had
right.
a long pass to Milam, set us up in good field position, but we couldn't capitalize, and that really was probably our last gasp.
I think you're right there. And in the 80-yard pass, that ended it up.
And Lanphier just hands it off straight ahead, tries it one more time, and the clock will continue to run now as, Tornadoes got one more timeout. Let's see.
Imagine they do. I think that's our last timeout.
If that's Taylorville's last timeout, what it does is allows us to pretty much wrap things up right here so that we won't have to wait too long in this sauna.
It is really hot up here. Wouldn't be so hot if we were ahead 21 to 9.
Probably not. Probably not. But Lanphier, as we've said several times tonight, got on the board first, 36 seconds into the game on an interception return for a touchdown from 10 yards out. The kick was good, and they led 7-0. Mike Flynn kicked a 28-yard field goal for the Tornadoes with 1:17 to go in the first quarter to cut it to a 7-3 score. It looked like it might stay 7-3 going into the locker room at halftime, but Lanphier managed to put a drive together right before the half, and Erickson scrambled on a 3rd down and goal from 2 yards out. Looked like we might have thrown him for a loss, but instead he takes it in for the touchdown, and the conversion made it 14-3 at half. They increased that to 21-3 on their first carry from the line of scrimmage. In the second half, Erickson took it around in for an 80-yard touchdown run. And then, of course, closing out the Taylorville scoring was a Jeb Odom to Joe Norris pass covering 84 yards. The point after attempt was incomplete, and that's where we stand at 21-9. Now Taylorville is going to get called for jumping off sides. And Lanphier is going to be about a yard short of a first down as they'll step this one off. And it's going to be 3rd and 1 at about the Taylorville 41-yard line.
Well, regardless, I don't think we're going to see too many more plays.
Don't know if David's going to come back up here to have much to talk about at the conclusion of the game or not. It's kind of a frustrating night for the Tornadoes.
It really was. It just wasn't going to be our night, I'm afraid to say.
Well, we really had our hopes up, thought we could come in here and win a game on foreign turf. We knew it was going to be a tough game, but we really thought we had a shot at this one, and things just didn't go our way, and we're going to have to go back and regroup, like Don said, and get ready for Glenwood next week, and hopefully there'll be games after that. About that possible strike in the Springfield School District. So now on the 3rd and 1, now we've got another penalty. This is a delay of game against Lanphier. That's going to mark it back 5, and it's going to be 3rd and 6 again. What's our clock say, Don?
1 minute and 10 seconds. And this is sort of the complexion of the whole ball game's been about like this last 2 minutes. Just
back and forth.
Back and forth. It has not been a pretty ball game for really either side for that matter, but got to give it to Lanphier. They came back and they played and they got the scores that they needed to score, so we'll take our hats off to them.
So on the 3rd down play, the handoff straight up the middle, and he's going to go all the way. Taylorville got caught inside, and the young man is going to go all the way for the score. Don, I can't catch his number.
Number 20.
I'd already put my pen away.
I've got it here somewhere.
I thought it was over.
The kid's name is Steve Myers. He's a quarterback linebacker. I thought he was running the ball. Maybe he did it with a quarterback. He's 5'8", 155-pound sophomore.
It was just a straight handoff.
Well, another long play, Terry.
36-yard run coming with 1:02 left to play in the game.
Another long run.
And I'd started to pack up to go home. I didn't think there'd be any more scoring.
You missed that one.
The extra point is no good. So we'll take a quick timeout. It's now 27-9. Lanphier will be back to the Lanphier kickoff right after this. Extra point attempt, apparently I didn't see anything happen, Don, but they've moved the ball back to the 25 for the kick. But needless to say, Lanphier not really worried about that, leading 27-9 with 1:02 left to play in the game. The young man who actually scored that touchdown was named Granderson, who came in, just took a handoff up the middle. Once he got past the line of scrimmage, there was no one there to cover him, and he went 36 yards for the score. Here's the kick. It's going to be fielded at the 30. They fake the pitch from Milam.
Oh, my
He
goodness.
keeps it himself, trying to find some place to run. Chad's still with the ball.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
finally retreats back to about the 22-yard line, and we lose about 8 yards on a fake reverse of the kickoff. Clock shows 51.2 seconds left to go in the ball game. And I think the best thing we could do right now, Don, is almost drop to one knee, but
Well, you can't do that, but
We'll
I think
run
the
it.
sooner we get out of this ball game, the better. The score, you know, it's all over with, and we don't want them to give them any more points up there. That was, you know, at 21-9 looks a lot better than 27-9, but we don't want it to go to 34-9.
So Odom calls the signals, keeps just one back behind him. That's Repsher. He drops back, looks over the middle, completes the pass to Casey Reese at about the 25-26-yard line. They got a little shoving going on in the secondary. A little frustration on Taylorville's part, a little jubilation on Lanphier's part. Without a huddle, the Tornadoes go again. Back to pass, rolling right. Stepping up, wanting to throw out into the flat, incomplete. Stopping the clock with 15 seconds left
now
on
we
the
get-
clock, and there's flags thrown.
Now we do have a penalty on the extracurricular activities.
And I didn't see that one happen, but it looked like it was between Doug Kamati and maybe Andre Williams.
And Taylorville seems to be dropping back. I don't know if it's on Taylorville. Seems like it may be. Maybe it's on both. I don't know.
Waiting for the official signal.
It's on. No.
Still waiting.
Still waiting.
Dead ball, personal foul against the Tornadoes.
Okay, so we'll have a penalty against us. And how many seconds we got, Terry?
14.9.
That sounds like interest rates on your credit card. You know.
That's going to be a major walk-off, half the distance to the goal from the 25 back down to about the 12.5-yard line for the Tornadoes.
Oh, let's get this one over with.
And it's second down. About 19 maybe to go for a first down for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, we might get a penalty because they got. No, we didn't get it. Oh, now we got
Now
it.
we are going to get a penalty. I think someone moved. No? That was just the official once again calling the ball ready for play, I guess. Oh, we moved that
my
time.
goodness.
We hand it off straight ahead. Keep running clock. They're going to. Oh, another penalty flag comes in on the pile.
Oh, my goodness.
Taylorville had a man in motion. I think Milam was a man wide to the near side. He took a step forward right before the snap, but then there was another flag came in at the spot of the tackle. So this could be offsetting penalties this time. Illegal procedure, Taylorville. Face mask, Lanphier, they offset. Hopefully they'll spot the ball ready to play, and the clock will begin to move with 6.8 seconds left.
I don't know.
Got to take it back to the line of scrimmage now, and it's going to be second down all over again for the Tornadoes. And this may well be the last play of the game. And the official steps out of the way and starts the clock. There's the snap.
Last
the last
play.
play is underway as Odom looks down the middle, overshoots his intended receiver, who I believe was Joe Norris, and that's it. The final score, the Taylorville Tornadoes 27. I repeat that, the Lanphier Lions 27, the Taylorville Tornadoes 9. We'll break for 60 seconds.